Hold on to your toques and maple syrup, folks, because we're diving headfirst into the latest political showdown, Trump versus Trudeau, round 2. This time it's a good old-fashioned tariff tussle, and the stakes couldn't be higher for the US and Canada. Just like a bad game of hockey, things are getting chippy. Both leaders are throwing punches, metaphorically speaking, of course, and the economies of both countries are caught in the crossfire. The drama began when the Trump administration, in a move that surprised approximately no one, slapped tariffs on billions of dollars worth of Canadian goods. Everything from steel and aluminum to maple syrup and those little chocolate biscuits your weird aunt brings back from Niagara Falls was hit. Canada, not one to back down from a fight, retaliated with tariffs of their own. Now you might be thinking, John, tariffs? That sounds about as exciting as watching paint dry, and you'd be right normally. But this isn't just about boring old economics. This is personal. This is Trump versus Trudeau, a clash of styles, a battle of egos, well, you get the picture. This isn't just some political pissing contest, though. These tariffs have real-world consequences for real people on both sides of the border. So buckle up, grab some poutine and a Budweiser, or a Molson if you're feeling patriotic, because we're about to break down this trade war blow by blow. Justin Trudeau, Canada's perpetually charming and surprisingly swole Prime Minister, has been very vocal in his opposition to these tariffs. He's called them unjust and harmful, arguing they'll hurt businesses and consumers in both countries. And you know what? He's not wrong.
These tariffs will drive up prices for consumers. That means your morning coffee, your car, even your kid's hockey stick could get more expensive. And nobody wants that except maybe the CEOs of companies that sell those things. But they're probably too busy swimming in their money vaults to care what you or I think.
But it's not just about the money. Trudeau also claims these tariffs could jeopardize jobs. See, when you make it more expensive to trade with another country, businesses are less likely to do business there. That means fewer jobs, less economic growth, and more people struggling to make ends meet.
These tariffs are bad for everyone, and they need to go. We need to appeal to reason, to logic, to the idea that we're all in this together.
Which is a nice thought, but this is 2025. And diplomacy seems to be about as popular as a skunk at a picnic. Now let's hear from the man himself, the Donald. Trump's take on these tariffs is, shall we say, slightly different. He claims they're necessary to protect American jobs and industries from those dastardly Canadians. You know, those Canadians who are always so polite and apologetic. Apparently they're a threat to the American way of life.
Canada has been taking advantage of the US for years, flooding the market with cheap goods and undercutting American businesses. We're going to bring back jobs, make America great again, and these tariffs are a key part of that plan.
He's even thrown in some classic Trumpian flourishes, calling Canada a national security threat and accusing them of ripping us off. Because, you know, nothing says national security threat like a country that sends us maple syrup and Ryan Reynolds.
America first. We need to look out for ourselves, even if it means screwing over our closest allies.
So, who's right? Is Trump a visionary leader protecting American interests, or is he a reckless bully pushing the world towards a trade war? Is Trudeau a valiant defender of free trade, or is he just another weak-kneed liberal who's going to get rolled by the Donald? Honestly, it's probably a bit of both. These tariffs are bad for everyone. Plain and simple, they're going to hurt businesses and consumers on both sides of the border. They're going to cost jobs, drive up prices, and make it harder for people to make ends meet. But hey, at least we'll have some national pride, right? We can all go back to hating each other over hockey and who makes the best beer, because that's what really matters. The truth is, this isn't just about tariffs, it's about something much bigger. It's about the rise of nationalism, the decline of diplomacy, and the erosion of trust between nations. It's about a world where countries are increasingly turning inwards, looking out for themselves, and forgetting about the importance of cooperation and collaboration. And that's a world that should scare the hell out of all of us.